Hey guys, what's up, what's good? I'm gonna be showing you how I go from this to this. I'm not a good twister. I can twist my natural hair if I need to do like a twist out, or you know, if I just need to do some basic twistings. I am going to use Marley hair, and this one is from the Soft and Silky hair collection. This is the Afro Natural from Sensational. I just got this from my local beauty store, my local African shop. So I think Amazon has it or Pack Cosmetics have it if you want to use this one. But it's just really just basic Marley hair. It's similar to the texture of my hair. That's why I wanted to try this one out, because if I make a mistake, the messiness won't be, you know, too messy. It would be more like something intentional. I usually just use my fingers to have a rough demarcation, just so I have a template to work with. But it's literally just using my fingers to split my hair in half. Guys, so I ended up doing a good part of my hair, up to half of it off camera, just because obviously saving time and all. So this is what it currently looks like. Then I added a different color 27. Is it 27? I can't remember. I think it's color 27, but it's just a gold brownish highlight, just to add a bit of jazz to it so it's not too boring. And roughly the size is just, I'd say medium. There are two ways. Like I said, I'm not the best twister, but from doing this, I did them in different styles from the roots, because I assumed that braiding it first, so braiding the hair first before twisting it, so braiding it first and then twisting it would make it more secure. So that was what I assumed. But then I remember the technique I saw somewhere online, which was twisting your hair with the extension separately, like on the sides, and then coming together. And I tried that towards the top part, and I feel like it makes it a lot more seamless, and it's actually, it seems to me that it's a little bit tighter. But I'm going to demonstrate both methods to you guys, and you guys could be the judge of that. But I feel, I'm still testing, but I think I'm going to just carry on twisting rather than braiding first and then twisting, because I think the twisting style, if you do it properly, is quite good. My parting isn't so neat. Like I said, you can make this neater if you want. I'm just doing random cuts here and there because I'm not really bothered about it. And this is roughly how much hair I'm using. It's quite big. I don't want it to be too small. I'd use 3 all black strands if I was going to use it all black. So I don't go past 3. If your hair is a bit thicker than this, you want it to be thicker than this, and obviously you can change this based on what you want. I changed the way the highlight comes through based on how I mixed it. So I usually have 1 on this side and 2, then I cross it over, and voila. Sometimes on some parts of my hair I did a black in the highlight and 1 black, and yeah, 1 here, 1 here, cross over, and you have this little loophole intertwined to each other. I already sliced it. I'm going to use my little argan oil mixture just to moisturize my roots a little bit. Make sure it's nice and moisturized, and also my ends, because my hair is going to be in this style for a while, so I need to make sure that my hair is fairly moisturized. So the first thing I do is just roughly use your finger, probably your index fingers, I think that's what it's called, it's your index finger. Oh, I can't speak this name. And then just split the hair into half. Split it into half. Oops. Roughly, and that's where your braid will be situated, bang on in the middle. So you put the middle part of the loophole in here, and then you twist one side with one side, and you twist the other side with this side, and then you bring it together. That might sound a bit complicated. I feel like I should come a bit closer. This part, this open part that you crossed with this part, this open part, right? And you're just gonna put this, you have this to one strand that you kind of split up into 2, and then you just base the middle of this in between, just like this, and you put one of your fingers down to hold it, and I'm just going to twist this side. Right, I don't know how. You're basically just mixing your hair with this. I think this is easier to tell because you can see the gold, so you can differentiate. So I'm mixing my hair with it by just twisting it. I'm not doing any fancy, I'm just like winding it up together so it becomes one. So that's that one there to start with, and then I'm going to do this side. Can be a bit tricky, but you just need to master. I feel like it's easier for me to do my hair without looking at a mirror because I can just imagine how my hands are moving. Because when I look in the mirror, it's kind of inverse, and my hands just tend to go all over the place. But if I just close my eyes and imagine it, then that's fine. So once you finish winding both of them up separately, the middle part is still there, and you're just gonna cross that over and just start twisting. And as you're twisting, you're gonna be wounding up each side, just so to prevent the hair from untangling. So make sure I usually just stop halfway to wound one side, carry on, stop again, and wound up the other side. So, and then you just keep twisting. And the good thing about this hair is actually it's locked at the bottom. It's a good thing and a bad thing, because I don't know if you're familiar with braiding hair, then you would know that at some point you start to borrow. I don't know why I'm out of breath, but at some point you start to borrow hair from the other side, and when you try to do that in between this, if it's wounded at the bottom, is that you start to get tangles. So it might be easier for you to just, separate the bottom a little bit before starting, but I forgot. I could show you for the next one, just because if I wanted to take hair out of here, for example, and I was gonna open it, it's gonna be a lot more difficult because it's quite tight at the bottom. So what I try to do is make sure I'm not borrowing too much hair, or if I am, I'm borrowing a whole bit that is wounded up, rather than trying to split up a wounded part. I don't know if I'm making sense, but I hope you guys can tell. So I'm just gonna twist as normal, but trying to, because this is quite thick, so I'm just gonna wind it individually and then bring it together, bring it back together and wind it. So that's that part done, and now I'm going to go and do this side. You saw for the other one that I split this into two, then I twisted it with this. But for this one, we're just going to braid it first and then twist it to see. And I'm going to show you the difference. Maybe because my hands are not strong, as they would say in the braiding world. But I don't think it's as tight as that twisting method. So what I do first of all, I just throw my hands back a little and just position it in the way I can braid. I don't know if you can see this. It's just normal braiding at the start, but you're only gonna do like 3 or 4 knits, to be honest. So just braid as normal if you can. If you can't, there's so many videos on YouTube that can teach you how to braid. I can't really teach you, really. I'm still learning. So it's braided here. It's all nice and tight. As you can see, it's all nice and tight. And then we're just going to bring this forward. And that 3 strand, see the 3 strand? I'm just going to make it 2. Just because you were going to twist it now. Because you don't want the braiding to go too far. You just want the braiding to hold up on the roots. And then you start to twist. everyone has their own preference. So some of you might prefer braiding first before twisting, but so far I just prefer twisting from the root. But as like I said, as time goes on, I'm gonna analyze which one gets loose quicker, and you just want to twist it all the way to the bottom so it's nice and locked. You don't want it to be untangling. A nice quick easy method that you can do if you go to school, if you go to work. It's very light as well. It's one of the lightest hair I've done because, you know. So I'll go do the rest off camera. I might not finish it today, probably finish it like over the weekend or something, and I'll come back and show you guys final results and how I feel the hair has been holding up. Remember it's all the